Welcome to Business Class, a podcast for people wanting to upgrade their thinking, upgrade their learning, and upgrade their life. I'm your host, Eugenia Panderhos, founder of Business Class Collective, best-selling author, and life coach. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup, or someone who dreams of reaching their full potential, then you're in the right place. You'll feel empowered and inspired to design the life you've always wanted. Let's do this. Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome back to the show. I hope you're well. It's been a while since I came on the podcast, and there's good reason for that. I've been working on a lot of behind-the-scenes projects, so I've been updating my website and my online shop, developing resources, putting the finishing touches to the e-course for entrepreneurs, and hosting events actually. So I have hosted 4 events with 4 amazing guest speakers here in South Australia. If you're in South Australia, you want to be able to get onto the mailing list and sign up so that you're first in the know. These are intimate events that are inspiring, educational. It's a long table dinner with wine and delicious food and amazing speakers. These events are interactive, and that means that people get to ask questions and actually have discussions around the topics that are being delivered. That's what I do differently. So you're not going to be talked at, you're going to be part of a conversation, and this is what people love about the Business Class Collective events. One of the free resources that I've put onto my website is a resource called the VRIO framework. And it's a free download on the Business Class Collective website. This framework looks at competitive advantage, and VRIO is an acronym for valuable, rare, inimitable, and organised. So head over to Business Class Collective and download it for free, and look at this framework as a way to examine your competitive advantage in whatever it is that you're doing in life. So whether you're a designer, a writer, a business owner, you need to know what your competitive advantage is, and this is a great resource to help you examine that. Today, in line with this framework, I thought that looking at the Chanel brand might put things into perspective. So let's get started. Chanel is a French luxury brand house founded in 1910 by Coco Chanel in Paris. It is now privately owned by the Wertheimer family and has been headquartered in London since 2018. And as we know, Chanel specialises in women's ready-to-wear, luxury goods and accessories, perfumes and makeup. This discussion examines the woman, the vision, the determination, the marketing, the symbols and the longevity of a brand that has transcended decades. If you're a woman and you love to wear trousers and you're not alone, it's all because of the fashion icon Coco Chanel, who liberated women from corsets into free-flowing, loose-fitting classic designs. She's quoted as saying, "Luxury must be comfortable, otherwise it is not luxury." From humble beginnings, Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel built an empire. She was a woman determined to succeed, and in the process, an iconic brand with casual chic and a new feminine standard was born. She encouraged women to be confident, self-assured, comfortable, and to dress with a sense of freedom. She's quoted as saying, "A girl should be 2 things, classy and fabulous." How fabulous is that? Chanel is a brand that has transcended time and generations, and Coco Chanel was a fashion visionary, a disruptor, and an astute businesswoman. The classic Coco Chanel aesthetic is based on a few principles. These are timeless black and white, slim and elegant couture, beautifully proportioned tweed suits, and the camellia flower, a symbol of longevity. In 1921, Chanel No. 5 was the first perfume launched. Ernst Beau, a sophisticated perfumer of great repute at the time, created the scent formula. It was imbued with jasmine, rose, sandalwood and vanilla and became an instant success. The understated yet classy glass bottle design has also been an important part of the product's allure, and to this day it is much revered. So Coco was creative with her ingenious marketing. She hosted a group of elite friends to dine with her in an elegant restaurant where she surprised and delighted her guests by spraying them with Chanel No. 5, thereby publicly launching the scent to passers-by. The official launch of Chanel No. 5 was at her boutique on Rue Cambon on the 5th day of the 5th month of the year 1921. The dressing rooms were infused with the scent, and she gave bottles to only a select few of her society friends. Chanel made it acceptable for women to wear trousers, slip into the little black dress, accessorised with a classic quilted handbag, and float in a cloud of Chanel No. 5. When we think of Chanel, it is synonymous with timeless fashion that is stylish and elegant and in a class of its own. The values that come through are quality, independence, freedom, and a sense of heritage. The brand is feminine, timeless, and uncomplicated luxury, yet quite modern and oh so French. It stands out as a brand with longevity, dating back to around 1910. Chanel logo was created by Coco herself in 1925, and it features two interlocking C's that represent the initials of the founder. It is at once recognisable, and its simplicity creates a sense of luxury that is aligned with Chanel's philosophy of less is more. Chanel is an official haute couture brand and member of the Chambre Syndicale de Haute Couture. There are stringent requirements, and these include design made to order for private clients with one or more fittings, having a workshop, an atelier in Paris that employs at least 15 staff members full-time, have at least 20 full-time technical people in at least one atelier, and to present a collection of at least 50 original designs to the public every fashion season, twice, in January and July of each year, of both day and evening garments. So the Chanel brand is recognised the world over and is synonymous with both quality and elegance. It's a creative brand that provides a promise of a luxury for the refined woman. Whatever your business model is, there are valuable lessons in branding from this iconic and timeless luxury label. If we look at the VRIO framework, yes, it's valuable, yes, it's rare, it's most definitely inimitable. And as far as being organised, Chanel had the organisation within her business to deliver on her goods and on her beautiful fashion. This is an example of a brand that stands out, that has the competitive advantage worldwide. In a nutshell, the vision for Chanel was to be the ultimate house of luxury, defining style and creating desire now and forever. The purpose was to create uncomplicated luxury that changes women's lives forever, epitomizing freedom, passion, and feminine elegance. The values are highest quality, heritage, freedom, independence, uniqueness, and inclusion. And the branding is elegance, style, simplicity, class, and timelessness. The characteristics are French, luxurious, refined, and feminine. And the ideal customer is the modern woman. So in the strategy statement for Chanel, they have addressed every part of their business, of the customer journey, of who that person is and how they're going to serve them. Chanel is that luxury fashion house founded in 1910 by Coco Chanel in Paris. It is now privately owned by the Wertheimer family and has been headquartered in London since 2018. Their grandfather acquired the French fashion house when in 1925 Pierre and brother Paul struck a deal with Gabrielle Coco Chanel. They found the Société de Parfum with the aim of selling and producing Chanel beauty products. This was an opportunity for Chanel herself to get her number 5 signature fragrance into the hands of more customers. Prior to 1924, the fragrance was only available to exclusive clientele at Chanel's Paris boutique, making it valuable, rare, inimitable, and organised. In 1941, Chanel attempted to gain control from Pierre, but she was unsuccessful. In 1954, Pierre Wertheimer took full control of the company and promised to pay Coco's bills and tax from then on. She passed away 17 years later. Pierre passed away in 1960, and control of Chanel went to his son Jacques. In 1973, a 25-year-old Alain, who was Jacques' son, convinced the board of trustees to let him take over the company. Alain, to this day, now is chairman, and his brother Gerard heads the company's watch division. And they are quite behind the scenes, low-key and press-shy. In 1983, the brothers appointed Karl Lagerfeld as artistic director of Chanel's fashion division, and he spent 3 decades overseeing design, revolutionizing the brand, and saving it from potential financial collapse. He is the most prolific designer of the 20th and 21st century. So the fashion house reported over $15 billion in revenue in 2023, up from over 20% compared to 2019. But let's now discuss the bold move of increasing the prices of Chanel during COVID. It has remained resilient amid economic upheaval and is especially focusing on its high net worth customers. That's where it's focusing, that's where the direction is going. And these high net worth customers really aren't concerned with the price of Chanel. So the rising production costs and supply distributions due to COVID lockdowns had driven up manufacturing costs. As an author, as a side note here, I know my manufacturing costs for my books Greek Life and Greek Food for Sharing, I have to refigure those retail prices based on the manufacturing costs that have risen during this time. But going back to Chanel, it's not about the rising costs. It's about the growing global demand for Chanel bags, which hasn't fallen off, as evidenced by the strong resale market. So Chanel handbag prices rose 3 times between 2021 and 2022. The CFO explained that Chanel usually revised their prices at least once or maybe twice a year, and the price boom has been steadily gaining momentum since 2008, with prices accelerating faster in the last 5 years, making the average Chanel bag around $10,000. And that's why they're called investment pieces. People buy Chanel, they look after their Chanel, they use their Chanel, but then there's the opportunity to actually on-sell your Chanel at a different price, at a much higher price. Chanel manufactures its bags. It's limited in how many purchases a person can make of a particular piece, which makes it valuable, rare, inimitable. We all know what Chanel looks like. We can identify the brand at a glance, and this is what makes it unique. So when you're looking at your business model, whatever your business is, whatever your role is, whatever your purpose is in life, think about that VRIO framework. Let's bring it back to that and have a look at how can you make what you've got valuable, rare, inimitable, and organised. An idea is just an idea, but until you have the organisation to actually bring it to fruition and the systems and processes and the higher vision, and if you keep staying at the higher vision for your business, you won't waver. That's your guiding North Star. Go to their website, download the VRIO framework, have a look at your business, your journey, and see how you can make something that's truly unique and truly yours, and have that competitive advantage. Until next time. You've been listening to Business Class, presented by Eugenia Panterhos, founder of Business Class Collective. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, rate and review this podcast. Share the love and let your family and friends know too. You can follow Business Class Collective on Instagram and Facebook. Join me next time.